In the category of Best Production Design, the nominees are Filter 14, The Legend of Kyra, Lupe Q and the Galactic Corn Cake, and The Oath, a Batman fan film. And the winner is The Legend of Kyra. For Best Family Film, the nominees are Alzilla, Circle City Ghostbusters in Christmas Time with the Krampus, and Nom Nom Bakery. And the winner is Alzilla. Here we are with the awards for our Best Family Film goes to Alzilla. Here is your trophy.
Oh, great.
If you'd like your trophy, there you go. We give really good trophies here. No, congratulations. It's a great family film. A lot of VFX work. Tell us about how you did all that. Oops, oh, I hit myself in the face. Tell us about all the VFX work.
Sure. Yeah, so basically just practicing with green screen, using a lot of treats to get Al to do various things. Learning how to use, use higher frame rates, and then, playing it back at 24 frames. I think I used 50 frames per second. Played back at 24. Yes, and just learning how to try to make them look big, and trying to figure out how to use scale and size and digital lighting a lot. Using DaVinci Resolve. There's like digital effects for light, and you can make it shade, make the light come down at specific angles. So when you have him standing there and you're compositing with the backgrounds and all this stuff, then you can put this digital light over top of it and kind of blends it together a little better. So I was just learning how to do all that stuff, but still using some of the 3D models that were, kind of, you can download some 3D models of helicopters and things from Big Films, I think, Big Films. And there's another site called productioncrate.com. They make a lot of good assets, so you can just kind of like incorporate those into your film. But yeah.
So you made Al as big as a house, so he's finally as big as he thinks he is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. That's good. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It's got a bit of a Napoleon complex. So.
And this was Al's third film, and you got another one. Lined up?
Yes. I have another one lined up.
Into space, or what's happening this time?
Yeah. Partly. Yes. Yes.
For Best Music Video, the nominees are Moon Rock and The Trail. And the winner is Moon Rock. For Best Experimental Film, the nominees are Arise My Love, Dulcis Domus, and Social Spheres. The winner is Social Spheres. For Best Foreign Film, the nominees are The End Is Just the Beginning, The Enigmatic Illosphere, The Last Word, Megaville After Hours, and Memories of the Future. And the winner is The End Is Just the Beginning. The Best Documentary goes to Messages from the Multiverse. I'm glad that you've been staring at the audience, so you didn't see what I did behind you, because we wanted to tell you that you won Best Documentary. So, of course, we're recording. Well done. We're recording here, so I'll put some of your comments in the award video that we're going to have tomorrow. So, congratulations. Anything you want to say?
Great. Well, thank you. Well, I'll just say thank you so much. We're very, like I said before, we were very honored to be here. This is the first time we've been at a film festival. Our film was in one other film festival before, where we did get the feedback comments that came, and that was great to see that too. But yes, but thank you. And well, I would say this, of course, if you're ever in St. Petersburg, please come to Multiverse Land.
Welcome to come.
we can pretty much guarantee you at least have a good time, because above all else, that's what it is. It's a place to have a good time to relax, to pick up your spirits, raise your vibrations, and be filled with good vibes.
Well, congratulations. Thank you very much. For Best CGI, VFX, or Graphics, the nominees are The Breakaway, Dulcis Domus, Memories of the Future, and Stalled Trek, The Doomsday Machine. And the winner is Stalled Trek, The Doomsday Machine. For Best Traditional Animation, the nominees are Commander Fame, Nom Nom Bakery, Night Crawling, and Oh Boy. And the winner is Night Crawling. For Best Cinematography, the nominees are The Breakaway, Dead End Rides, The End is Just the Beginning, Filter 14, and Mirthless. And the winner is The End is Just the Beginning. For Best Comedy, the nominees are Circle City Ghostbusters, Lupe Q and the Galactic Corn Cake, Mirthless, Stalled Trek, The Doomsday Machine, and You're So Sweet. And the winner is Stalled Trek, The Doomsday Machine. For Best Horror Film, the nominees are Gift Wrapped, Halloween Collection of Evil, The Last Word, and Vault. And the winner is The Last Word. For Best Drama Film, the nominees are The End is Just the Beginning, Filter 14, The Forest of Dreams, Memories of the Future, and Starbound. And the winner is The End is Just the Beginning. For Best Florida Film, the nominees are Alzilla, Filter 14, Nom Nom Bakery, My Own World, and Saving Cycle. The winner is Filter 14. Well, congratulations. We know that you couldn't be there yesterday, Austin, but Sarah was. She said a lot of bad things about you that we won't get into. But uh, since you're available now, we wanted to do a quick Zoom and congratulate you on your win for Best Florida Film this year.
Oh, excellent.
We actually had a lot more Florida films this year, so the competition was pretty stiff. And tell us about Filter 14.
Sure. And just a quick note on not being able to be there yesterday. It killed me to the core, but at least I sent the prettier one to the show. So
True.
that that was good. But yeah, Filter 14 was a film that I had envisioned, inspired by the old films. Like, obviously you got like the big ones like Star Wars, and I'm a big James Cameron fan. So I like The Abyss and, all the stuff they did with miniatures in those older films. So, it's not to say that the film was just a vehicle for me to play around with that stuff, because it wasn't. But it kind of was in a way. I wanted to play around with those older things because that's where a lot of my inspiration comes from. So, and then, obviously for those of you that have seen the film, you'll know Planet of the Apes, another one, story-wise is a big influence. 1968 Planet of the Apes. Not that I don't like the other ones, but that's the big one. So yeah, we even named the cat Cornelius in the film. That's a nod to the character in the original 1968 Planet of the Apes. Obviously, we thought about naming the computer Zira, but then we like, then it's getting too crazy. So we even tried to come up with an acronym for Zira that would something like that. But yeah, so then, we ended up building the house here into a spaceship for like a year. And we had the cockpit in the garage, and we built everything you see. There's no like digital created effects. I mean, there's things we did digitally to composite things together, like put the ship into space and things like that. But everything you see, you could hold in your hand or touch or walk. You could walk around in the spaceship. So it felt, it was easy for the actors because they felt like they were in a spaceship for real. The cryo tubes, the doors automatically went up and down. So, I was originally studying to be an engineer before, and she completed that. I never actually became an engineer. So for me, my filmmaking, it's a little bit of me in all regards. So it's, it's my inspirations. it's my sensibilities about building things and doing the engineering, and then also doing the creative side and coming up with the story. Hopefully that's not just a huge rambling mess. It actually is, but yeah.
No, it was great, and I love the retro Star Wars graphics on the screens.
Mhm.
That coupled with all the real physical work you did in your house to build the sets, and you went on location to New Mexico.
Yeah, we went to New Mexico. And just a quick note, I guess I realized I said nothing was digitally created, but yeah, the things that are on the little screens, those actually are digitally. Yeah. But yeah, but then we actually put those on iPads and put them into the set, or different. We bought a bunch of different TV screens and we built those into the set. So even though those were digital, we still then played them on set. So the camera captured it organically. But yeah, that was New Mexico for the desert scenes, because as try as we did, there's no place around here that looks like that in Florida. We have beaches, but then you get beaches, but then you've got the condos and the hotels and all that. You can't just, it's impossible. You got all the beach goers. So we drove way out into the desert, 4 hours and drive from the airport in Albuquerque south, almost to old Mexico from New Mexico. So all the way down like near Las Cruces. If you're familiar with the area, there's a place called White Sands, which is an actual missile range. But it's actually a national park also, part of it. So we went there, and as luck would have it, as we're driving through New Mexico, a fighter jet actually crashed at White Sands, and we couldn't get in. So we had to drive way out in the desert in another location, find some sand dunes. And it was amazing. It was magical, actually. They call New Mexico the land of enchantment, and we were totally enchanted. So we loved it.
Very cool, very cool. Well, congrats on your win for Best Florida Film. Well deserved.
And 90% of it was filmed in Florida, just not that one little part.
True, true. Well, you're a Florida filmmaker. You're here in Melbourne, so yep, it counts.
It totally counts. Yeah, it was mostly here in this house, actually. So,
True.
and I want to let Stevie, the other actor, he couldn't go yesterday. Also, Stevie, pop your head in, if you can get your face in here. Sure. Get your face right here. Hey,
He's always directing you. Just right here.
Stevie, with a little bit more emotion.
Right.
Faster and more intense.
Can we get a tear? Okay, well, congratulations again, all three of you, on a great job.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
For Best Fan Film, the nominees are Blade Master, a Star Wars fan film, Circle City Ghostbusters, The Oath, Stalled Trek, The Doomsday Machine, and Wolfenstein, Legacy of Defiance. And the winner is Stalled Trek, The Doomsday Machine. For Best Fantasy Film, the nominees are The Forest of Dreams, A Princess's Plea, and You're So Sweet. The winner is The Forest of Dreams. For Best Sci-Fi Film, the nominees are The End is Just the Beginning, The Enigmatic Illusphere, Filter 14, Lupe Q and the Galactic Corn Cake, and Stalled Trek, The Doomsday Machine. And the winner is Filter 14. Surprise, surprise, you're back for another award, and I want to say congratulations for the best sci-fi film overall.
Oh, that's wow. And I know that I know some of the other films that were there, so I know that was
Well, as stiff as the competition was amongst several Florida films, yeah, even bigger what were all the sci-fi films, because they're literally from around the world. We had Japan, and we had Portugal, and all sorts of Britain. So the themes in your film were very good, and that, as you said previously, you touched upon a few touchstones, some classic sci-fi films, and you put it all together, repackaged it into your own story, and you did a great job, man.
Oh, I appreciate it, and I appreciate everybody else that entered from, like you said, Japan, the UK. One film that I've seen at another festival, I think it's another Florida one actually, that we really like. You say it.
Saving Cycle.
Yeah, that's a good one. We like
Yeah.
that.
We had those filmmakers were there yesterday. Hi, Kimberly.
They were there.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I missed. Oh, dang. Yeah. So I think I saw that was an OIF film, which I'm currently involved in like 3 OIF films right now. That's really awesome. And even though, like you said, it's some of the classic touchstones of sci-fi,
Mhm.
but unfortunately, they seem to always still be like a looming fear, and like we haven't got past that. Like man, talk about, what's going on in the world all the time. And, we're isolated here in the United States where we don't feel it, but there are people out there feeling it, and it's scary.
Yep. Yep. Well, congrats once again on your second award for best sci-fi film this year.
Well, I graciously accept and thank you very much for that.
The Judy Lawrence Memorial Award goes to Memories of the Future. The nominees for the William Shatner Indie Auteur Award are David James Nielsen for Alzilla, Austin Brogalia for Filter 14, and Mark Largent for Stalled Trek, The Doomsday Machine. And the winner is Austin Brogalia for Filter 14. Are you sitting? Because we have one more award for you. This year you have won the William Shatner Indie Auteur Award.
William Shatner?
Yes, I actually emailed him years ago to ask permission to use his name, and he said yes. Just like the man himself, the Shat, the Indie Auteur Award goes to the filmmaker who does it all. And you had some stiff competition this year in that category as well with David Nielsen from Alzilla and Mark Largent.
I love David, and we love Al.
You've met him. And but as the name implies, you wrote this, you directed this, you built the sets, you did effects, you did all sorts of things. I mean, were you catering as well, or
we fed everyone? Well, Stevie was the executive producer. So Stevie, do you want to say a little bit about how you fed everybody and all that?
Right.
So we've all been close since high school, and we just believe in each other's dreams, and we made we just pooled our resources together between acting and finances and building things together and helping. So it was just a beautiful team effort with Austin at the helm, leading the way for us with all of his expertise and technical skill. That's how we made it happen.
Well, I'll let you tell the story while I try to fish this out, but we actually met William Shatner not too long ago, believe it or not.
Oh,
and I have a picture in here that he signed. Because I'm going to be trying to dig this out.
I took my sons to MegaCon one year and we got a picture with him.
Yeah.
That's where we did it. Yeah, that's where we met him.
Okay. Yeah.
I haven't put this up anywhere yet, but I met William Shatner actually. So that's great. That's really awesome to win an award with his namesake on that. Absolutely. And that he lent his name to that willingly is that's a huge honor. So I will thank him again if I meet him again in the future.
Yeah,
I'll
next
let him
time you
know.
bump into him.
I see him. Maybe I'll give him a call. I don't know.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's an icon of sci-fi, for sure, for legitimate, for sure.
Yeah. So anyway, congratulations on your awards. We hope to see something from you next year as well.
Well, my films take a little bit of time to make, so it might not be next year. However, I think because I was in the festival 2 years ago and I skipped a year because I tend to make movies that are a little bit bloated for an indie, small, short.
Building an entire spaceship in your living room.
But yeah, thank you again. I really appreciate it. One of my favorite festivals. I love how every time we come, it's so tight. It's just we're all together. It's almost like we're in a film class when we go to your film festival. And I met one of my longtime collaborators at FantaSci, Alex, who's now I've worked with on 5 or 6 films and have some films coming up that he worked on this one as script supervisor. I believe he was in attendance yesterday.
Yep.
But I met him at FantaSci, and now we've made all these things together. I'm actually working with him all the time, and it's only because of FantaSci.
Well, thank you so much for saying that. And like I said, if we don't see you next year, the year after for sure.
Oh, you'll see me in some. Well, we'll see each other for sure. And even I can, if I'm free, if I'm not on a shoot, then even if I don't have a film, I'll be happy to come and attend or even volunteer.
Great, man. Well, I guess that's going to do it for now. But so thanks again and congratulations.
Thank you so much, TL. Appreciate it.
For Best Film, the nominees are The End is Just the Beginning, Filter 14, Memories of the Future, Social Spheres, and Stalled Trek, The Doomsday Machine. And the winner is Social Spheres. Congratulations to all of our nominees and winners. We'll see you next year.